Hey guys, welcome to Ami's Punjabi Cooking USA. It's me, Nick, again, just filling in here. Today we're making Besan Parathas right here. I got the Besan Paratha all made. Best way to eat this, you put a dollop of butter, some achar or pickle, and you have your yogurt on the side, right? So what I do is I dip some butter in there, hit it with some achar, boom. I follow it up with a little chaser of yogurt. Oh man, that is good. That is good. Okay, so if you like the video you're gonna see today, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, the only thing is we didn't add onions into the recipe, as you'll see, because we're in the middle of a pandemic and we couldn't get any onions in the store today. All right, so look, the only issue is I eat a lot of butter with this, and that's kind of a killer, but you don't have to eat as much butter as me, and this is a meal in itself, the way it's set up. These are phenomenal. They are tasty. They are really cheap to make ingredient-wise. And right now, let's take a look and see how are these made.
Okay, to make Besan Paratha, the first step, the ingredients, you need gram flour. This is made from chickpeas, gram flour, 2 cups, plain flour. This is regular wheat flour. It's not plain because plain is maida, we call it, and you don't use that. This is regular wheat flour. 3/4 of a cup. 2 level teaspoons of ajwain, carom seeds. 1 teaspoon of adrak powder, ginger powder. Salt, obviously, to taste. Fresh ginger. This was, before it was cut, it was like an inch piece, round. And fresh green chilies, cut thin. Now I'm going to, and you always have to sift the besan, the gram flour, because it otherwise gives you lumps. So you have to always sift it. The regular atta, wheat flour, you don't sift because it doesn't give you lumps. But this one, when you add water to it, it gives you lumps. Also, in this amount of atta, I would add 1 large onion, yellow or red or anyone, but today we don't have any onion, so we're going to do without. It's better with onion, but it will still taste good. Now this atta is a little bit more difficult to make. It's a little tricky because it's sticky. Trickier than the regular atta. Regular atta, you can make it in like 5 minutes. This one is, it's going to take a little bit longer. But with practice, you'll get better and better at it. That's besan. Now this is regular flour. And we add everything else in it. Ginger, ajwain, carom seeds, dry ginger powder. You will notice in all my cooking I use a lot of ginger because it's good for you and it tastes good. And salt, obviously, to taste. And I don't have fresh coriander, so I'm going to put frozen. And you need to put lots of dhania, coriander in this. It tastes really good. Okay, now don't add all the water all at once. I have got here, it is almost 2 cups. I don't think it'll take 2 cups, but let's put as we go along, a little bit at a time. Don't make this dough very thin, otherwise you'll have difficulty rolling the rotis, the parathas. When it's done, we'll come back and see how it's done, and I will also tell you if I added more water or just the amount that I took, which was 1.5 cups. Okay, I've been kneading this dough for a couple of minutes, and at this point I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of oil. It helps make it softer, also stops it from sticking everywhere. As you can see, I'm having a little difficulty. Okay, Okay, this atta, as you can see, I did not use all the water. It's like half a cup still left, and it's a good consistency. I don't need any more water in here. So I'm going to put it in a dish here and leave it in the refrigerator for 2-3 hours or overnight, whatever you like. And now the atta is ready and it will stay in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. Okay, my atta, the dough for besan paratha has been in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours. You can leave it for less if you don't have time, but I was doing other things, so I left it in the refrigerator. Now I made a few balls, and it's made the same way for any paratha. You do this, this is almost a tennis size ball. Make that. I have already made a few, so you don't have to see all of these. So you roll this. And I always say that I use a spoon for oil, not a brush, because uses too much. And I'm going to make square ones today, so fold it half over this way, half that way. This and this, like I think army people's little sleeping bag like they make. I think that's how they do it. My pan is already heating. For besan, the pan needs to be a little bit hotter than the regular whole wheat or wheat paratha or roti. Also, you have this little bit thicker than the regular paratha. Otherwise, it'll go dry. And how you eat this paratha is with yogurt, butter, and pickle of your choice. So just take this excess dry atta from here and put it on the pan. Pan is already heating, and I'm going to roll the next one. The main thing with making roti and paratha is do not keep turning it to see what it's doing. With practice, you'll know when you see little bubbles on top and when the color is changing that now it's time to turn it over. You'll turn it over once, then oil it, and then we'll turn it one more time, and your paratha will be done. And this also takes a little bit longer than the regular atta to cook on the heat. I mean, it takes a little bit longer. Okay, let's see. You can see the little bubbles here, and the color is changing. Heat is really good, so I'm going to turn it over. You can see the little brown spots. That's really being done nicely. So turn the heat a little bit lower, because you want it to cook right in the middle, inside also, because it's a little bit thicker. Oil it. If you're more comfortable using a brush, by all means use brush. I'll wait for a few seconds. And as I said, no, you remember I've turned it only once, and I'm going to turn it once more. Let's see. Really nicely done. Turn the heat lower. Whenever I make paratha roti, I always keep some ready to go, so I'm not waiting, or the pan is not empty without anything in it, so it doesn't make smoke, and your work is done quickly, as we are all busy, except for these days because of Corona. All right, the other side is done, and the oil is cooked also. I'm going to turn it one more time, so the oil on this side gets cooked also. So press it a little bit. I'm going to take the next one. I dusted off the excess. Now it's done, but I'm going to turn it over just to show it to you that it's really done nicely. As you can see, it's nicely done, and your paratha is ready. Put the next one on. You can leave it here and make as many as you want.